Good afternoon, Lady Ray. Welcome to Lady Raider softball. Hey, that's just about like it, Shane. We get all confused, discombobulated, trying to get everything going up here. We're a three-man show up here. But we do welcome you to Lady Raider softball here on this lovely fall afternoon as the Lady Raiders are hosting the first round of the GHSA State Softball Championship. The Lady Raiders are hosting the 4 seed from Region 1 AA, the Early County Bobcats, Lady Bobcats. We earned our number 1 seed in Region 2A last Wednesday by defeating Jeff Davis in Savannah, Georgia at Oglethorpe State University. And Shane, we're well on our way to hopefully another deep run in the playoffs to Columbus.
Yeah, I hope this year is more than a deep run. The girls have got a good attitude. They've been pretty well focused this whole postseason with the region play. That's it. If the region play does anything for us, that region tournament, it kind of gets us in that mindset of playoff mentality and just kind of gets us pumped up for it. And they've done a great job thus far of come to the ballpark ready to play ball in. Don't want to hex anything or anybody, but we are right now still undefeated at our new stadium and hope to stay that way throughout the playoffs here because we are at home until we lose.
And there's the first pitch of the game, brought by Paxton Sellers.
Strike there, Lady Bobcat.
It's McDonald at the plate for the Bobcats. Bobcats come into the playoffs with a 15-12 record, and the Lady Raiders are 21-5, which is what you would expect from a number 1 seed.
And really, I would say playing the best ball of the year right now. Next up for the Lady Bobcats, number 11, Welch.
Number 11, Welch, comes up with 1 out. Here again, top of the first inning. Your Lady Raiders will be the home field. There's a doubleheader today, ladies and gentlemen. Best of 3 contest the rest of the way until the first 2 rounds, I should say, of the state playoffs, and then it's a double elimination at Columbus when the final 8 teams arrive on the 30th of November. We'll talk more about that as the game goes on, but we'll be playing 2 today. This beginning at 5 and the next approximately 7 p.m.
And again, just a absolute beautiful day today. Nice breeze blowing, low 70s, just a beautiful day to be outside doing anything. Student section already getting lined up out there in the outfield. Already a decent crowd in here for early start here, 5 o'clock start here at Lady Raider Field. Quick of 3 balls and a strike here. We're just trying to still get everything in order here, folks, to get you information on who's batting, who's not.
We're going to have a first walk of the game here, the second batter of the lineup. Paxton has pitched lights out the last 4, maybe even 5 games, Shane. And we don't expect anything less, especially at home. 2 shutout games in the regional playoff against Lone County, 1-0, 4-0 for Paxton Senior.
Paxton gets stronger as the game goes on. If you know, the last few games, she's really just last few innings really just in that game the other day. For region, she just really just bared down and got on it those last couple innings. We got Kennedy there, not right fielder, but center fielder up at the plate right now.
Before we get any further, I do want to thank some sponsors of this series today, and hopefully not tomorrow, but Bennett & Johnson Insurance. We'll be showing some commercials and slates for those a little bit later. And James Miles Auto Sales of Alma, as well as Wilcox Communications for bringing this smooth, hopefully live feed at home to you that are watching.
It's count even 2-2. Full count now on Miss Kennedy. Lady Bobcats started off the season pretty strong. They lost to Cairo in their first game and then went on a winning spree and won several in a row by pretty large numbers. There's a second out in the inning now.
The second strikeout of the inning, is that correct?
That is correct.
2 outs now.
Miss Kilgrove, number 19, their pitcher, coming to the plate.
We understand that what little bit of scouting we're able to get on this team, they have a very good shortstop, a very good softball player, hitter, defensive player. And they put up some runs, if you'll notice the record there, Shane.
Yeah, they've put up a lot of runs. They got some bats. They finished up seasons.
Well, it's always hard to determine, how good a team is until you play them. When you look at their region record and the teams that are involved, you just don't know how strong their region is. I would gather to say, and not to take anything away from Early County, because again, this is only 3 batters in, but we were likely in the strongest region in the state. Now there's some good teams throughout the state. Don't get me wrong, Gordon Lee's and Harlem, but top to bottom, we probably had the most competitive region in the state.
They played actually Valdosta, which is a 6A school, earlier in the year in August, and beat them 18-5. So,
well, I was talking to one of my girls, Kelly Anderson, earlier about that, and she said, "Well, we beat them too." So
yeah.
they took care of Valdosta over the summer, and that's unusual. You think Valdosta, of course, first thing you think is football, but the big program like that would have a competitive. You'd think they'd have be pretty competitive at all sports, all levels. Ball a little low and inside now, brings the count 2-2.
Lost to Hardaway, which is a 5A school, by 1 point, 10-11. They're a scrappy little team.
Going to be strike 3 and going to be 3 strikeouts for the inning for Paxton. And that's going to end the top of the first inning. Lady Raiders are going to come out swinging those bats, I guarantee you, on this beautiful afternoon. The wind is casual. Looking at the flag blowing left to right, the brand new flag we have over there, Shane, looks awesome. It's going to serve for both fields here. And we'll talk more about this facility when we return as well. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
What's up here? I want to thank Dr. Gravitt, our principal, Bay County High School. Give us the opportunity to bring Lady Raider softball to you live and on demand on the NFHS network, brought to you by Play on Sports.
I'll have no part of this kiss up.
First pitch by the Lady Bobcats to Ashton Kite.
Ashton Kite, our senior third baseman.
And that ball's inside. We believe it brings the count to 3-0.
3-0
3-0 on the
hitter. Ashton Kite. Inside again for ball 4.
Yeah, 4-pitch walk here for Ashton. It's good news here. The ladies were preparing for. They've saw some really good pitching these last couple series, Shane, and not that this young lady can't get it over the plate, but she's just not going to throw the ball as fast as what we've been seeing. They've been practicing the last 3 or 4 days with some a little bit slower pitching to get them used to that.
That is a big change. You think off top, a slower pitcher will hit hurt, but it's when you go from a pretty good fast pitcher to a slower pitcher, and it just kind of like you remember Greg Maddox, he would foul up or come behind somebody. He was just a real finesse pitcher, and he was hard to hit.
Tempted bunt there by Madison.
Black shoes, or Black Sox Taylor there.
Taylor, Madison, Mad Dog. She's got all kind of nicknames now.
She's got all kind of names, yeah. HC Homecoming Queen.
Shortstop, senior for the Lady Raiders. You'll hear us say that quite often. We have about 6 that start, others that do play.
Still just not anywhere.
Really not anywhere near the plate.
But yeah, Madison has put herself in that hole with a bunt attempt.
Got 1-2 here, no outs. Bottom of the first.
Madison hits right back to the shortstop. We're going to try to get the easy out at second. So after 2 at bats, Ashton Kite goes down by fielder's choice.
Now batting number 13, Callie Anderson.
Callie Anderson's going to come to the plate here. Shane, another senior, plays left field for us.
Power hitter, first home run here at the field we've mentioned several times. Came alive this time last year in the playoffs.
The catcher's not shy about firing it down to first base to keep the runner honest.
They've obviously heard a little bit about some of our speed and going to try to keep us close.
It's going to be
first strike for Callie.
And he has called a runner out, I guess, for leaving a little early.
She said Madison left. I'd have to go back and look at that. But
that's the first time I've ever seen that call, Shane.
Yes.
Ever. I know that, unlike baseball, folks, they have to wait until the ball approximately crosses home plate.
And that's a judgment call, I think. That's really hard.
And old Tyre,
I thought he was saying dead ball because it hit her. I didn't realize it. He was saying she left too soon. This could be a long 3-game series if they're going to call like that. Stephen obviously taking it for his girls.
Sure, he wants to. He's put a mental note there in the umpire's mind. Whether he got the call right or wrong, it's none for us to judge. But again, that's the first time I've ever seen it called, and we've called a bunch of games together,
Yeah.
Shane.
I guess umpires, just like a coach, is going to set their presence early.
Well, I'll just lock my classroom door. They won't be able to get in there and get their clothes. Hey. No, we've been pretty fortunate, though. The games we have called, at least this year, the umpires done a really good job. They've been pretty consistent. This ball's going to be fouled.
Foul ball.
Almost out of play completely.
Talking about the facilities early, you can see the hitting facility down there. Down the right field line, left field line for baseball is coming along. It's going to look outstanding when it's completed. A great facility.
Well, the camera, it does a good job of picking up most things, but it doesn't do justice to every facet of this complex. Like I said, you see some dirt there in the outfield. That'll be plenty grassy next year. But as far as the fields themselves, the baseball field is unbelievable here over our right shoulder. This facility, we were at a college facility last week, and their field had a grass infield, but other than that, the complex itself is it's not comparable to what we have here.
No, it's not anywhere close to what we have here. You can say we're a little bit prejudiced, but even if I think the neutral party would say the exact same thing.
A lot of pitches being thrown here in the bottom of the first. Brings the count to full on Callie. Hopefully she'll look for something to drive here. Hopefully he's got her. I don't know, though. He may have her holding back just a little. But she does swing.
She had a green light there.
I mean, why not? We do have 2 outs. 3-2, 2 outs here, bottom of the first. No runs. Game 1 of possible 3. Game 1 of 2 today. Ball is going to be popped up shallow.
Yeah,
oh, that's trouble.
That looked like it was trouble from the beginning.
Yeah, and the sunshine is all kinds of variables out there. A little bit of breeze. It was just off the infield surface.
Number 25, Amy Harper.
You almost want to give the young lady give Callie a hit there, but I'm sure that'll be scored in error. But nonetheless, Emmy Harper comes to the plate.
Sophomore for the Lady Raiders. Again, another one of those last year that came alive in playoffs. And,
Emmy's one of the smaller players on the team and leads with home runs in 2. I've witnessed 1.
and her batting average inning the season was .441, I believe.
And
that's
she
a
rips
shot
this
down
one.
left field, but foul. Good number of early county folks here. Our new offensive coordinator for football, Coach Ryan Kynard, is that's his home folk there from Early County, where he's from. He and his wife both.
Bleckley, Georgia. Got a hit and run there. That ball's going to be popped up to the infield and squeezed for the 3rd out of the inning. No harm done. Lady Raiders get 2 walks, no hits, but no runs for the Lady Raiders as we move to the top of the 2nd inning. There was a hit, informed by my statistician over my head. Let me take just a moment to welcome everybody else that's here. Quite a crowd picking out these 2 winners here. Shane Bennett, myself, Brent Johnson, along with Dalton Almond on the camera. Matthew Peavy is the speaking man here over the microphone, making the announcements. Solomon Tillman is on the computer, bringing this broadcast once again on the NFHS network, powered by Play On Sports, and more importantly brought to you by BCTV Production, which is part of the engineering and technology program at Bacon County High School. Again, thank Dr. Ryan Gravitt.
I get misty-eyed every time you say that.
For allowing us to do this. Our superintendent, Dr. Lane Rickert, is here somewhere. I saw her a while ago supporting our Lady Raiders. I want to thank her again for giving us this opportunity to do this service. We feel like it's a service for our community. So hopefully y'all are taking advantage of whether you're watching live or on demand later of our Lady Raiders. Shane, we'll just stay with it here as the pitch goes down. Red Raiders got a big game this Friday night, senior night. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously that's pretty important, but it's Jeff Davis coming to town.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what's going on. It's Jeff Davis, and it's just like the Georgia-Florida game. It's just
a hate relationship.
Yes, it is. There's no other way to say that.
I've been told by the old folks around here that we want to beat them in marbles, basket weaving. It don't matter. We just want to get it done against them, and we feel confident this week. The Raiders come in 2-1 in region play. I believe Jeff Davis is as well in region play, and they got a little confidence, and so do we, as we put up quite a few points these last couple matchups. There's the first pitch here at the top of the 2nd inning as number 1 comes to the plate for.
That is Miss Cotton, their first baseman. Yeah, the Raiders come into this game with a lot of confidence Friday night and ready to make a statement against Jeff Davis, and really that sets them up for at least a very minimum a 3rd spot in playoffs.
That's correct. Ooh, boy, ball's hit sharply right back up the middle.
Just past or just outside of Paxton's glove there. So first base hit here for the Lady Bobcats.
Now batting for the Lady Bobcats, number 3, Smith.
Got Miss H. Smith. That's their second baseman.
Got 2 Smiths on this team, H. Smith and a D. Smith. Another big region matchup in our region football, Benedictine and Vidae. We're going to see. We know what Benedictine's made of. We're going to find out what Vidae is Friday night. Top of the second here, 1 strike on the second batter of this inning. We got 1 on, no outs.
Ooh, just brushed her. Should have her easy here at second base.
And she does.
First out in the inning. Black Sox Taylor comes over and makes the catch from Rachel. Made that look easy.
Another strikeout for Paxton. That's going to be the 4th
Yeah, she's on a roll tonight
of this
so
young
far.
game. Struck out the side, not in a row, but struck out the side in the first inning. That's 4 strikes.
Now batting number 4, Smith.
Just for your information, a female bobcat is a Louvre. Love.
That's a shame. We don't have that much time on our hands over here now.
A group of bobcats is called a clouder. I don't know if that's Jerry or who it is, but that's
Oh, goodness.
quickly 2 outs here in the inning. Top half of the second inning. Lady Raiders will be the visiting team in the second game.
Well, what we don't want to do, and we hadn't talked about it, but we probably both thought about it, Shane, is we don't want to dibble-dabble around with this team. We feel
They
like
don't give him any confidence whatsoever.
Exactly. We don't want anything bad to happen here. We feel like we're the better team because of the strength of our region. We're capable of, whether it takes, whether we run, obviously we want to get them out of here quick, run rule kind of stuff, whether it's 7 innings or not. We don't want to, really don't want to squeak them out here. We want to try to take care of business.
3-1 count here.
Every team can have a bad day and every team can have a great day to make up for some deficiencies, but we certainly want our Lady Raiders to come out of here with 2 victories today so that we can move on to the second round, which we would be hosting, excuse me, either Screven County or Crawford County. I think Screven would come from 4AA, and Crawford is another shallow hit to the second baseman. She quickly fires over to first base for
Marley
the 3rd
Clements.
out of the inning. Clements, a sophomore, and the Raiders are going to come up to bat at the bottom half of the second inning, looking to hopefully take a lead here, take maybe a commanding lead onto the rest of this game. We're going to take a short break. We're going to see a commercial from our sponsor, and we'll be back in just a moment.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
All right, we're back here live, Lady Raider Field, Alma, Georgia. First round of the GHSA there's only one softball in GHSA, softball state championships here, state tournament. We are hosting Early County Bobcats from Bleckley, Georgia, and we're in the bottom half of the second inning. And Abby Lewis steps into the box and takes strike 1. Abby, our first baseman, also pitches.
Paxton has been holding most of those responsibilities in the last few games just because we have not had to go there yet with Abby. Lady Bobcat pitcher having a hard time finding the plate right now. Right back up the middle for a base hit for Abby Lewis.
No doubt about that one. Our Lady Raiders, although we haven't scored a ton of runs the last 3 or 4 games that we played here in the playoffs, we have hit the ball very well. We've hit the ball to right to the defensive players. Last week we hit a bunch of deep balls. Looked like they were going to be in the gap, and Jeff Davis just played tremendous defense.
Yeah, that series was just a defensive series. I mean, on both sides of the ball. Paxton up at plate now, looking to help herself out. Yeah, Lady Raiders are not the Caroline Taylors and
Carly Clements
of the past. They're a small ball team. Get them on, get them over, get them in type team, and they're aware of their capabilities, and they play to that. Just outside for ball 3.
I'm not sure if, of course, we want our hitters to hit the ball, but I don't know if she hasn't thrown.
That hit her, I believe.
Yep, I believe it did too. She's struggling getting the ball over the plate.
So the Lady Raiders got a little something going here in the bottom half of the second inning. First 2 runners, or batters, making it on board. So with nobody out, we got first and second. And what we talked about in that Jeff Davis series, and then that series prior to that against Long County. We get folks on base and weren't getting them in. We got to do that early here and get them around and get them in. Kind of take the wind out of this sail of these Lady Bobcats. Because they've not seen us, we've not seen them. So in their eyes right now, we're all equal.
That is correct. 2 on, no outs. There's a
slap, not even slap, just a bunt there.
Yeah, ball was a little high. Attempt that bunt, trying to move these runners over with no outs. Again, that little small ball we've talked about. Now, we do have some girls with some pop, but most of the time we depend on our base hit, smart base running, and drawing a walk.
Yeah. And right now, with her not pitching a whole lot of strikes out, if I'm not waiting on her to walk me over.
That's correct, because I was saying just a moment ago, she has struggled to get ball over the plate. I think I would just stand there until I got 2 strikes on me, Shane.
Yes, they're. I know we talked earlier in the other series about being aggressive at the plate, but right now I think I'd hold back a little bit. So Scoots 2-1 now. Runners at second and third. This will be our inning, hopefully. That's a little bit outside and low for ball 3.
Again, I'd make her throw me 2 in a row.
Well, at least one
more. At least
more,
one more. Yeah, 2 more, I guess you'd quick exit, but I think I'd take this one. And she doesn't. She
solid base hit right up the middle.
Yeah. I'm going to hush, trying to tell these girls what to do.
And a good base running by Scoot over there at first base, getting over to second as soon as the ball came through, and they picked up Callie on third. I mean, I'm sorry, not Callie.
That Lewis? No, that's a designated hitter for Paxton. That looks like
is that Mariah Holton?
Mariah Holton there. Yeah, I want to give her credit.
I guess we were sleeping. I did
we
not
were,
see that
we were yapping.
place.
I was trying to tell them how to hit, I think, or not to hit. Nonetheless, Lady Raiders take the lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second inning. Number 3, looks like Clements at the plate.
Marley Clements, our second baseman. She gets quickly in the hole 0-2.
Yeah, that's 2 of the best pitches she's thrown, definitely in a row. Need to take advantage here with no outs, though.
She'll probably roll this one up there. Marley sitting dead red here. Foul that one back to the screen.
Yeah, she took a little bit off of it, but she was able to stay with it.
Lady Raiders do get the first run in and the game in.
Good crowd here from the hometown. Hopefully there should be some more to trickle in as the folks get off work.
Ball fouled back to the screen. IU just couldn't ask for a better weather.
Oh, man,
than what we got right
yesterday
now.
at this time, Shane, it was,
Yeah.
of course, it had calmed down a little bit. About 3:30, it was storming. We got an inch or two of rain in about 30 or 45 minutes. And now this little high-pressure system is moving in, and it is beautiful. A little bit of breeze, but the temperature is low 70s, high 60s, pushing it now. Ball is hit to left field,
that
deep,
ball deep.
and it is over her head.
Marley breaks out.
My
Double here.
Yep, Holton scores. Scooter scores.
So 2 RBIs there for Marley Clements.
Suddenly it's 3-0 Lady Raiders. Bottom of the second with no outs, most importantly. Runner at second.
Now batting for the Lady Raiders, number 23, Rachel Paul.
Marley's glad to get her swing. Rachel coming to the plate, Lady Raiders catcher. Well inside there and low.
Polk moved in this year. Played summer ball with them. There was not that we recruited her, but there was a marriage that kind of merged.
We'll take them however we can get them.
Merged the family together to get her here.
That was a arranged marriage to get her over here.
Yeah, I think she did play with, or was playing for the Trojans in Coffee County, but she's done a tremendous job behind the plate, Shane. Ball is going to be hit back.
Squibbler up to Marley's. First out of the inning.
She trips over the bag there, but she's okay. She drops off 1 out, as Shane just said here.
Ashton Kite to the plate now.
Batting the third baseman, number 18, Ashton Kite.
Back to the top of the lineup.
Not sure what Steven's checking on here.
Maybe he's asking for interference, possibly, Shane. That's the only thing I can think
That
of.
or when he can let his runners run, since they got called out the last time trying to get over to second.
He could be asking that. I bet you Ashton's going to swing at one right here. With we got Taylor on
Gave
on
her
deck.
the green light with 1 out. I think Steven there just Coach Tyre seeing that letting them play their hand there, see what they're doing.
There's not a lack of communication on the Early County infield.
Nope.
Ball's going to be low. Count will be 2-0 here. 1 out. 3 runs in here in the bottom of the second inning.
First strike at the bat for Ashton. 2-1 now the count. See if she's going to be able to sneak that in there.
And she
Ooh.
is. Oh, calls her out. That was close. A bang-bang play there at first. Usually tie goes to the runner. In hardball, anyway. Well, that was close. Nonetheless, it's 2 outs for the Lady Raiders.
19, Madison Taylor.
Mad Dog to the plate. Part of the reason these facilities look like they are is because of her dad, and that's not the reason she's starting at shortstop. But Mr. Scott Taylor, he is I tell you what, this man deserves a lot of credit for this whole facility, from the school building to the athletics.
Marley makes it over to third base now with 2 outs.
A lot of pressure, a lot of tireless days and weekends and nights that he has cruised around, stopped, talked, just get stuff done. And in a multi-million-dollar facility like this, there's a lot that had to be done.
A lot. Oh, Be a foul ball.
Oh,
Great hustle
yeah,
by
great effort by the first baseman.
first baseman there.
I hope she's okay.
Doing just a little sock repairs all.
Yep. If you haven't noticed, after the pitch here, notice out in center field, we replaced our flag with a ribbon, a very special ribbon, a pink ribbon. October is cancer awareness for the ladies. This ball is ripped to the third baseman for the third out of the inning, and that's going to end the Raiders' run here as we score 3 in bottom half of the second. Go to the third. We're going to take a short break and be right back with you in just a moment. All right, cameraman bumping me saying it's time to go, Mr. Johnson. We're going hot, we're going live. And we are here in the top part of the third inning. Lady Raiders
Leading off for the Lady Bobcats.
are leading 3-0.
The top of the third inning. Number 2, Cox.
Number 2, Cox to the plate for the Bobcats. Again, Early County is the 4th seed, number 4 seed out of Region 1 AA. The number 1 seed from that region was Berrien County, followed by, I believe, Fitzgerald. Number 3, excuse me, Fitzgerald was number 3. And Seminole County was number 2. Jeff Davis had to, they're hosting Fitzgerald today, and by day you had to travel all the way to Seminole, and we're familiar with that route.
Yeah, God bless him.
A few years ago in the football state playoffs.
That was a long ride.
And Long County is playing in Berrien, and we wish those teams the best of luck out of our region. We certainly want them to advance. We would love to meet Jeff Davis again in Columbus, maybe in the semifinal or final. Depends on how that bracket works out when we get there.
Kind of like we did in baseball in 04.
That's correct.
Nice, pulled the string on that one.
This
Paxton.
is for the 5th. I need to hang some X's out the window here. We could have a record here, Shane, where we're going. That's our 5th strikeout
Next up for the Bobcats,
in less than 3 innings, 2 1/3. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
Just inside. Ball 1. Pretty pitch there by Paxton. Just caught the outside corner. Another pitch right down the heart of the plate. Strike 3.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 9.
Second strikeout of this inning, 6th for the game. Ball is popped fly out to the right fielder, who's played, as Hannah Mack has played some unbelievable defense. Makes the play there for the third out of the inning as we move to the top half of the fourth inning. Excuse me, bottom half of the third inning. Lady Raiders lead 3-0. And we got some Don't Worry, Be Happy playing in the background. We're going to take a short break and be back in just a moment with Lady Raiders softball. All right, we're back here. Lady Raiders lead 3-0 in the game 1 of 2 today, possibly 3 for the if game tomorrow. First round of the GHSA State Softball Tournament. Callie Anderson's going to lead off here, Shane.
I think Callie has changed her hair color. That's what's throwing me off, that ponytail coming out of it.
It's a little lighter.
Yeah. Strike there on Callie. Ball lifted to right field, foul ball, out of play.
Puts a dent in the dodge. No, it just about did.
I've seen the commercial. They're supposed to be ram tough. You heard it.
You heard it here, folks. Count 1 and 2 here on Callie. Let's see if we can ball low. Bacon County school system will be out of school starting Friday. Have a long weekend for the students. Friday, Monday, and Tuesday they will be out in service for the teachers on Tuesday. Full count now on Anderson.
Our board member or board member to be, Vance Burkett. Superintendent, Lane Reichert. Dr. Lane Reichert, excuse me. High school principal, Dr. Ryan Gravitt. All standing here watching the game with us today.
Anderson draws the walk. We're going to see Emmy Harper come to the plate. Again, wind is blowing from left to right of the camera. Got a good crowd of students who enjoy backing their trucks up, kind of literally tailgating there to the fence. We even have get a shot of the concession out there for them. They even it was pretty smart actually. They put a little concession stand out here so the students wouldn't have to walk all the way around or entice them to come, and they could make a little extra, generate a little extra income.
Every dime counts. Did not even notice that Panama Jack came today. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Coach Kiner.
Yeah, I wish I could dip the camera down a little bit and catch Coach Kiner there in his hat. There we go. Make him famous. I told him I'd make him famous from our footage for football anyway.
Speaking of footage, I think he wears a size 15.
Yeah. And she's going to be
Just
called
got
out.
her out by a foot there.
At second base there for the first out of the inning. Callie Anderson's attempt to steal. Nonetheless, there's 3 balls, no strikes on the runner. I'll tell you what, Coach Tyre, he's getting his money, making his presence known. He's chatting with the home plate umpire. Not sure exactly. Seems pretty.
Yeah, he's going to be tired by the end of this one.
The umpire didn't seem like he wanted any of it, but not sure exactly what went on there. However, 1 out, 3 balls, no strikes on Harper.
Maybe been talking about a little bit of interference. I don't know what he could have been complaining about, or even if he was complaining, I should say.
Call strike on that outside corner, really outside corner.
Yeah, the crowd is getting a little thicker out there in center field for students.
Swing and a
and
miss. And there is a good crowd here for Early County. I want to appreciate them making the travel, supporting these young ladies.
Amy Harper now, 3-2 count, 1 out. Dribbler up to the plate for ball 4. So Amy takes first base now with 1 out, and Abby Lewis coming to the plate.
Now batting for
Abby
the
again,
Raiders,
another one of our
number 2,
senior Lady Raiders.
Abby's just a junior.
I'm sorry, junior, you're right.
Yeah, I had to catch you on that one. But he's right. It's easy to get confused. She's been around a while, but she will be one to come back and be with this younger group.
Just put these girls together. They're with each other so much.
Ball is ripped
Line drive
back
up
to the
plate.
pitcher. Nearly a double play.
Called her safe back over at first. Paxton Sellers, which is a senior, coming to the plate.
Now batting the pitcher, number 10, Paxton Sellers.
Again, I want to audibly thank Bennett and Johnson, Miles Auto Sales, and especially Chris Wilcox at Wilcox Communications for bringing this broadcast literally to you, streaming. There are, again, a few things we're still trying to finish up, getting a fiber network throughout our athletic facilities, but we're able to bring this to you live, streaming 4G through Verizon with the help of a piece of equipment that Mr. Wilcox has allowed us to use.
Three 3-1 pitch to Paxton. Catches the corner plate for a strike. Full count now. Paxton hits back to the second baseman, which gets it over to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So after 3 complete, it's your Lady Raiders 3, Lady Bobcat 0. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
You gonna eat that?
All right, Raider Nation, we are back once again here. Top of the fourth inning.
For the Lady Bobcats, number 11, Welch.
Number 11, Welch for the Lady Bobcats is going to lead off here in the top of the fourth. Lady Raiders lead 3-0 in the game 1 of 2 today. Hopefully that's all we'll play, Shane. And
a best of 3.
in this, the first round of the GHSA softball state tournament.
Lost our umpire for just a second.
I think he forgot to pay to get in.
That's when they were checking him
Mike
down
was
there.
catching him.
No, he left his glasses in his car.
I don't know unless he sees. Maybe the umpire saw something in the, in the outfield there of our youth. And Mike's making a little detour out there. We'll see. Maybe, but nonetheless. That's a good-looking pitch there. Maybe just high. Again, Paxton Sellers pitching another gem here with 6 strikeouts in 3 innings.
I think she thought slap bunt for just a second, but pulled away from it. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Ash is going to go right up against the fence there. Makes a quick out here in the top half of the 4th inning. Did Ashton Kite with a great catch over there against the fence on the Lady Bobcat side.
Another great defensive play by our Lady Raiders, which have been producing most of the season. Those kind of outs, Shane, just keeps a team from getting an extra chance to do some potential damage.
Because that never fails when you give them that second chance. Something usually good happens for that hitter. Foul ball back to screen, 0-1 count now.
Tell you what, the sun got behind the cloud there, and the temperature dropped about 5 more degrees. We might have a fall evening here before it's over with. The big cut there by the Lady Bobcat. Nonetheless, 2 strikes. Let's see if Pax can carry on this strikeout, at least one per inning. And she's going to hit a slow pop there. I don't know what you call that. Just a little
dribbler.
Little something. It's a dribbler that stayed in the air for the catch by Paxton to help herself.
Next up for the Lady Bobcats, number 19, Kilgore.
Swing and a miss there. Great pitch by Paxton.
Yeah, took something off of that
really
one.
Crossed her up.
Count 1-1, 2 outs.
Just fought that one off. Right off her fist. Strike 2.
Good pitch over that corner for strike 3. There's that
strike.
7 strikeouts in the game for Paxton Sellers as she has picked up where she left off last week, Shane. Here in game 1 of 2 this afternoon, possibly 3 in the first round of the GHSA state tournament as our Lady Raiders lead 3-0 as we move to the bottom half of the 4th inning. We're going to take a short break, folks, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we are back here again, bottom of the 4th inning. Sweat comes to the plate for the Lady Raiders to lead off as we lead 3-0.
From the bottom of the 4th inning, number 2, Sydney Sweat.
Again, a good crowd here for the home team. See a great mixture of parents, grandparents, and ball is ripped up the middle by Scooter. Like I said, parents, grandparents, I see a lot of faculty and staff from our Bacon County High School and school system supporting these Lady Raiders, which is what I love to see. That's what these players like to see. It's teachers, us teachers out of the classroom coming outside and supporting them, not only in but out as well.
About 40-something students in the outfield out there. It's unofficial.
Marley Clements at the plate now, 1 on, no outs. Kind of where we were 2 innings ago, Shane.
Yeah, Marley come to the plate and hit that one deep to left center. Pretty pitch there.
Must have been low.
3-0 count now on Miss Clements.
And she's going to take low ball 4.
Yep, so Lady Raiders got something brewing here in the bottom half of the 4th inning with Miss Rachel coming to the plate, Lady Raider catcher.
Got a meeting at the mound. Making sure everybody's on the same page. Pitcher, catcher, now hitter to first baseman there.
Lady Raiders, number 23, Rachel Polk.
And she's going to drop a bunt down.
Great job. She did her job. Lady Raiders advanced to 2nd and 3rd with that sacrifice. Miss Polk.
And we're back to the top of the lineup, Shane, with Ashton Kite with 2 on and 1 out is where we like this position here, 2nd and 3rd.
So here the cowbells are coming out in the outfield there. excuse me, Coach Kofer, he's here. That gives him the hives hearing those bells.
I don't think he's here today. I was talking to him this afternoon. I asked him if he was going to be here, and he's got a pretty good excuse. His wife's home. He's in those of you who don't know his situation at home, currently his wife lives an extended distance away. She is on fall break where she teaches, so she's here with him this week. And she's not feeling well, a little under the weather. So remember her. Had to go to the doctor when she came to Alma, but she's going to be here the week with him, and hope she gets feeling better. No balls, 2 strikes quickly on Ashton, and she's going to.
Ashton loves that right field side. Remember in that home opener here for the new stadium, Ashton got that base hit down that right field side for the first game-winning hit here. Son's still fighting back. Ball goes behind Ashton.
And she is going to score from third base.
So the scoop comes in. It's 4-0 now for Lady Raiders.
Shane, at this point, we'll take them any way we can get them.
And Ashton, you rarely see that ball goes behind her. Now, that was not intentional. Ball just got away from the Lady Bobcat pitcher there.
Nonetheless, one more run in, 4-0 here. 4 hits on the board for the Lady Raiders, and runner at third with 1 out. Ball is.
Ashton is sitting on top of that. Just got
hammered.
Way ahead of it.
Ball was inside, and she really got around on it.
Laid off of that.
Again, more people kind of trickling in here, as we suspected. Get 2 games for 1 price. So if you're watching live, you want to come down here and catch the last part
outside.
You can watch the last part of this game or catch the second game of this doubleheader. $7.
Ashton wanted some of that, but she walks on ball 4. So Lady Raiders got them first and third. 1 out with Mad Dog Black Sox Taylor come to the plate.
She's going to kill us when she watches these. Catcher giving out some signals here in case of a
first and third attempt.
In case we decide to squeeze. I don't know if I've witnessed a squeeze play in softball, but it's quite possible. And there you go.
She lays down absolutely perfect bunt.
And she's going to be safe at first. Runners will advance when the errant throw. And we're going to really push the envelope here. And Ashton Kite is going to.
I don't even think the catcher ever knew that the runner was coming behind her. She never even turned around and acknowledged Ashton coming across the plate.
No, they were sort of disillusioned by what immediately happened. And certainly the coach is going to come out here and try to comment. Now he's going to have a conversation with the umpire. I'm not sure.
Not sure at all what he's asking.
Probably again some type of maybe interference or something. I don't know. He's going to maybe, whatever it is, he's going to come home and ask for some help. And I always like to see that, irregardless
well, he has
of
to ask him to come in and ask. But
that's right.
It was his call, but I don't know what in the world he would be asking at this point.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, just runs are good. 6-0, unless for some odd reason they take them off the board, which it doesn't appear that's going to happen. So 6-0 Lady Raiders, as we are here in the bottom of the 4th, still batting. Runner at second.
Here in the bottom half of the 4th inning, and the crowd still trickling in.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 13, Kelly Anderson.
Anderson to the plate for the Lady Raiders. chance
outside.
a chance to do some more damage here. Shane, let me ask you to remind me and the folks at home of the run rule when it's in effect. Is it 8 after 5?
It's baseball. It's 15 after 3, 10 after 5.
10 after 5. Maybe 8 after 6.
I have no idea.
I put him on the spot. And
It's like picking up trash on the side highway.
Man, you're never going to let me live that one down. And it's actually a pretty good analogy. It's just a weird one. I'll admit it. After I said it, it's one of them things. We was up in Columbus, our first trip up there. I don't even remember the situation, and it don't matter.
We had a rally going and got
it's
a few runs
about
there.
dangerous. I think it was about pitching to Caroline Taylor is what it was, and I said that's something like that. It's about as dangerous as picking up trash on the side of the freeway, is what I said. Which makes perfectly good sense.
It
but
does
Shane,
now, but
he
that's
took
not,
it and
I don't
ran
think
with
that
it.
was in the context of what was going on at the time.
Yeah. But anyway, runner has advanced, and
Sharp hit ball down the left field line. Just foul.
Madison.
Callie.
Yeah, Madison is now at third base. Advanced on the wild pitch there, and Callie again 3-2, one out here with a chance to get another one home, but she's going to draw a walk.
And Miss Amy Harper coming to the plate again for the Lady Raiders. One out.
Yes.
Runners again at first and third.
Of course, I know, Shane, I was going to say this when they come back up to bat, but Paxton is pitching another gem, no doubt. But these ladies have put up quite a few runs this year, and they just don't. I'm not. Again, I don't want to. You don't want to talk down, and I'm not. I don't want to disrespect them, but I just don't. It's hard for me to see in this particular game. Now they may score 40 on us the next game, and may score 10 the next inning. But at this point, I don't see that aggressive type hitting that you would see with a team scoring 12, 15 runs a game in multiple games throughout their season.
Right. And I say I think it has to do with competition. Cowbells, they are ringing. Just inside. Ball 2.
Amy Harper at the plate, if we have not announced that. It's our third at bat.
We did. That's why you were picking up trash on side.
Ball is ripped to the shortstop. Makes a great play, and she's going to double up
Double her up.
at first. And coach is high-fiving, so he's calling that on him. And then that was just a neat, natural reaction from a sharply hit ball. Nonetheless, Raiders score three more. Make the score 6-0 as we move to the top half of the fifth inning. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a moment.
In this moment, you want a team that stands behind you so you can perform your best. At Auto Owners Insurance, it's how we do business every day. Because along with our independent agents, no one works harder to keep you in the game. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
All right, Raider Nation, we're again back here, Lady Raider Field, leading 6-0. Game 1 of 2 this evening of the first round of the GHSA State Playoffs. I'm Brent Johnson here with Shane Bennett, cameraman Dalton Allman, PA announcer Matthew Peavy, And now on the computer, giving Solomon Tillman a break, Jacob McIntyre. And we are broadcasting live and later on demand on the NFHS network, powered by Play On Sports, brought to you by BCTV Productions. Ball one.
Ball hit over there. Abby just out of reach. Catching that for a quick out. Lady Bobcat, first baseman at the plate. Just off the outside edge.
Again, Paxton has 7 strikeouts in 5 innings here. Really 4 innings.
Slow dribbler down to Ashton Kite makes easy play of it for a first out in the inning.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 3, H. Smith.
The first half of the Smith sisters. Their second baseman. Oh, just out of the reach of Madison there. Kind of played her off there to spin on the ball. She just got under it.
Just the second hit of the game allowed with that C&I single by Paxton Sellers.
For the Bobcats, number 4, D. Smith.
Again, we were just talking earlier, and again, no disrespect to this team, I haven't seen the ability for them to generate the kind of runs they've
just out of reach.
they have during the season. But you know, now they have one on with one out, and you just never can tell.
Probably hadn't seen a whole lot of Paxton Sellers this year.
No, I don't think so. She is definitely road tested in the region we played in.
Just a game the other night in Savannah. Strong throw by Rachel. Just gets out of reach of Madison. Those were just a hard-fought game there. And for us to be down the whole game, and she pitched just like a bulldog the whole game, and then towards the end she just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Just inside.
You're exactly right, and the fight that was in this Raider team, because you know it's again Jeff Davis we were playing, so it was a lot easier for them to stay up on that game with the rivalry tension there.
A lot of variables in that game. I disagree with the whole region thing, but driving, both these teams have to drive to Savannah to play one ball game, and all the variables that go in there are just making that a difficult day to get ready to play a game. And but they did it and came through with it. Get out there by Marley to Abby for out number 2 here in the inning.
Again, more just sound, fundamental defensive softball that our Lady Raiders have possessed most of this season, especially these last 5 or 6 games that we played in these close contests, Shane. And it's going to bode well as we move, hopefully, we move on to the second round next week, where we'll be hosting either Screven County or Crawford County.
Just inside Rachel, moving over, blocking that ball well.
Again, that's what I've noticed the most about her is her quickness to be able to adjust to the ball.
It's a little high and outside.
Does a good job of framing the pitch, giving the umpire an opportunity opportunity to get a good look at it.
Foul back to the screen for strike 2. So we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lady Bobcat standing down at third base. We hope to leave her right there.
Shadow's getting a little longer across the infield, as you can see, as the sun continues to go down. It's going to be a little chilly that second game.
I love this time of year. Ball hit right back to Paxton,
There's
over to Abby for out 3 in the inning. So your Lady Raiders hold that 6-0 lead here going into the bottom half of the 5th inning. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the bottom half. Coach Tyre again getting to know the plate umpire's family.
Yeah, I'm probably naming his grandkids after Coach Tyre there if he keeps at it. Lewis to lead off this bottom half of the 5th inning. Lady Raiders lead 6-0 in command at this moment. This ball is going to be
sharply hit ball. Oh, ice cream cone today.
I don't know. They're having trouble adjusting to it out there. I don't know if it has to do with the sun.
The ball didn't appear to be knuckling or anything. It was just a regular lazy fly ball to center field, but it just about came up too much on it. Paxton over to shortstop, over to first base for quickly 2 outs here in the inning with 2 pitch balls, 2 outs. Scoot coming to plate.
Next up for the Lady Raiders.
Who's hit the ball hard twice. Public announcer was naming off all the stuff in concession available, Shane. I think I'm going to try some of it between games here. Ball is
little pop fly there to first baseman, Lady Bobcat, for 3 outs in the inning. And here with about 4 pitches, she gets out of that inning.
And we're going to take again, that was a short half inning. We're going to take a short break in between here. Enjoy some tunes. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Pretty girl.
All right, we're back here. Again, that was a quick bottom half, the quickest half inning we've had. No hits, no runs, no walks. Raiders still lead 6-0 here, commanding lead thus far as we move to the top part of the 6th inning as we play 7 total, depending on the amount of runs we have after the bottom half of the 6th.
Ball just a little low. To Miss Johnson,
Paxton
their left fielder.
with 7 strikeouts. I'm not sure. I'd be interested to know what the record is. She's kind of cooled off a little bit as far as her strikeouts. Her pitching hasn't reduced any. Just they're popping up, hitting those little dribblers just like that one. And she's going to get her as she recovers.
So quickly a 1-3 ground out there. Lady Raiders 1 out in the inning.
Next up for the Bobcats, number 9, McDonald.
Again, a great crowd here for a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, that's the only disadvantage we see with the scheduling. This ball is
Ball's going to hit foul.
Yeah, is on Wednesday. You know, it's church night. Some folks will be hindered from coming because of it. Others are missing their Wednesday night services.
So we got a
to
crowd
be
full
here.
of heathens is what you're saying.
Yeah, something like that. But either way, this is the way this is what it is. The way they schedule it, Wednesday, and if games on Thursdays across the state, unless I guess there is some extenuating circumstances that GHSA will allow for schools to make adjustments. But most like to stay on the same schedule to give the winning teams, as they advance, the same opportunity, the same amount of time to prepare or recover for the next round, Shane.
Yeah, because this second round is same time next week. Next Wednesday, exactly a week from today.
Most likely, again, it'll be 5 and 7 game times due to especially the travel time for those other teams. Ball is going to be
just in there. And hurry here, she'll get her at first, and she does.
What a play.
So that is a 9-3 put out.
What a play by McClellan, and she has just been lights out in right field most of the season again, and especially this last run here in the region playoffs. Great play by her.
Attempt at a slap bunt there. Ball goes back into the bleachers. Fan from Early County tries it.
You reckon they realize there's a game going on here, Shane?
I was thinking the same thing.
Hey, well, they're trying to get it done.
As are we on the field. And there is a crowd here. There's a lot of cars here. Just a good atmosphere here tonight. Anytime you're outside and can smell hamburgers or French fries cooking, it's a good day.
There's
That's
another little.
Just over the head of Madison Taylor.
Another little blooper there over the shortstop.
Yeah, and they were playing in for the slap bunt, and she was just able to get over their head. So it was good at bat for her.
It's the third hit of the evening for the Lady Bobcats. There's 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning.
And their 3-hole hitter, Miss Kennedy, their center fielder, coming to the plate. Their pitcher for the Lady Bobcats is on deck if she were to get on here.
See if we can't get a quick shot of the new facility that's going up here between the fields. We might get a little bit of the windowsill here. But this is a new locker room area for softball, baseball, and they will share a batting facility throughout the year. It's pretty remarkable. Again, first class.
Batting / pitching facility.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Another big cut there.
About to do a strikeout here. We've been sitting at 7 for a while now.
I know. We need number 8 here. Maybe we'll see it here. And there's
just a dribbler.
And it's right on the line.
Ooh,
fair
shot.
ball, and she's out. What a great
Rachel
play.
was going to take her head off, but she got her in there.
Great play by the catcher. Gives the third out of the inning. Lady Raiders still lead 6-0. We move to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Lady Raiders, first round, GHSA state playoffs. Trying to get this first game behind us so we can move on to game number 2 this evening. Take a short break. Be back in just a moment. Carly Clements comes to, not Carly, excuse me, her younger sister Marley will take to the plate here to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Lady Raiders.
I'm sure the Lady Raiders would take Carly anytime.
Yeah, Carly's starting catcher at South Georgia State University. It's her second year playing. I have a starting center fielder there from a former player from last year.
Macy Chansey. Shortstop there for the Lady Bobcats. Makes quick work there, Marley.
Raiders, number 23, Rachel Paul.
Paulk to the plate, catcher for Raiders.
Ooh, just off her left forearm there. She
takes
down
one for the
there.
team.
Can't show any pain here.
Yeah. So,
Rub a little dirt on it later.
brings the top of the lineup, Ashton Kite, number 18.
Mariah Holton coming. No, that's Mackenzie Wade. I'm sorry.
Running for the Raiders, number 11, Mackenzie Wade.
On deck's Madison Taylor.
Batting for the Lady Raiders, number 18, Ashton Kite.
Again, Shane, more fans trickling in here.
Ball gets past the catcher, and Miss Wade makes her way over to second base.
Ball was
Hit
lifted.
down. Going to be foul down that right field side.
Yeah.
Again, Ashton still poking at that right side. Left field side this time.
Man, what a play by Coach Tyre there.
One-two count now on Ashton.
One out.
Lady Raider at second base. Ball hits No, inside. I thought it hit off her leg there. Excuse me. 2-2 count.
We thought it hit her
Ashton.
before, and it went behind her
Yeah, Ashton
earlier in the game.
has not seen a lot of great pitches tonight at her at bats. Just a little low there now for ball 3. Full count now.
Ball is
Just
ripped
a ripped
to
ball.
the
That's
gap.
going to be at minimum a double here for Ashton.
Run will score.
Kenzie's going to come around and score, make it 7-0. And Ashton's held to a double here as the Lady Bobcats quickly get the ball back in. But Ashton comes through with an RBI here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
I hope it's. Could it be 8 after 6? I don't think so. I think it has to be more than that.
No, it's yeah, it's.
We need Coach Thompson or need a white book up here to verify that.
This game, nonetheless, has gone quickly. With the 5 o'clock start, we're only an hour and 20 minutes in this game, and we're in the bottom half of the 6th inning with, just a half inning to go if Lady Raiders hold here. Again, Coach Tyler is going through the cousins and aunts of the family. He's already covered the grandparents.
Now you get both taking out the notepad here.
Now he's just getting some subs in.
Now running for the Lady Raiders, number 24, Mariah Holton.
Madison Taylor to the plate now with a runner at second base. It's going to be Mariah Holton, courtesy runner for Ashton Kite. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out, 7-0. Good pitch right down the pipe there.
Madison do a good at bat here.
Ball outside. Count 2-1. 1 out. Runner second.
Gets away from her there.
Runner will advance to third base. This is about the time that Madison kind of heated up, which was in the playoffs, which is where you want your players doing.
And in the past we've peaked a little earlier and just at the wrong. Now we just seemed everything kind of be going together at the right time. We're playing good softball. We're got the pitching's coming around, the hitting's coming around. They're meshing as a team as far as we haven't traveled with a team all year, but you just see a camaraderie there that's kind of coming together and. As a talking football family, or not just football, but the whole Bacon County student body.
She takes one as well off the shoulder.
The helmet there. First and third again now for Lady Raiders with 1 out.
The biggest thing I've noticed, Shane, with the games that I've called and we've called together yeah, this season is defensive play. We struggled a bit the latter part of last season with being able to play just really good defense.
Well, in this time of year, you got to take fundamentals for granted. I'm not for granted, but they just got to be there. That can't be something that's going to cost you a game. And last few years in Columbus seems like it's been a running error or a defensive error that's kind of tripped us up. But the way we're playing right now, I'm just telling you, we look as good as we've looked in several years. Ball high there. Mariah Holton getting back.
And that's why we have high hopes of and there's some sentimental theirs too. We got a bunch of seniors on this team that we want to get back to Columbus and have a shot at winning a game there and advancing. We went 2 of the last 3 years, played 2 games, lost 2 games,
right
and
back
come
to
home.
The pitcher. And Mariah's, she dropped it, so she's back safely. Runners safe at first.
Second and third.
So we got runners at first, second, and third.
Probably not exactly how Coach Tyra drew it up. She kind of got hung up there. But nonetheless, everybody's safe. 2 outs with a chance for Emmy Harper really to lay the smack down, so to speak.
One swing at the bat here, and she clears bases this ball game. So here we go. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Ball just caught the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Just a little bit high.
Nowhere to put her, so she's probably going to give her something to hit here.
She's going to try to stay on them corners if she can, or inside it looks like. She does. It's a little too much inside. It's a ball 2 now. Nowhere to put her, so she's got to do something here. Cowbells, they are ringing in the outfield. Again, that was probably ball 3, but right inside and jammed her.
She liked the look of it. Near about caught a corner of that first base bag there.
Third base.
Yeah, sorry.
That's Europe. This is America. That's Britain, I guess. Everything's backwards over there.
It's going to be ball low.
Ball 3 there. So we got
full
full
count.
count.
And that's not an echo. Yeah, we're repeating each other.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. And we'll do it all over.
Yeah, she stays alive, giving her a chance to do some damage here. 3-2, 2 outs, 7-0. Lady Raiders lead here, bottom of the 6th inning. Either way, we're 3 outs away from securing this first game, Shane, the first round of the state playoffs, which is always a good thing, regardless of your seeding.
2 outs here. Runners are going to be going on the crack of the bat.
And
that ball's popped up. It's 2 outs. Not sure why everybody
wasn't.
The scorekeeper, are we wrong? Nobody moved. So
it must not be but 1 out. I missed a mark on my tally.
Yeah, and
now there's 2 outs.
Yep.
I noticed Coach Tyre said, all right, 1 out just a moment ago when the bases were loaded. I was just to holler out and correct him, but all right, here we go again. We got another chance here, another batter. This ball is going to be hitting the gap.
So we're going to. He's holding them up here. So we're 8-0. So
and that's ball game.
There's your rule there.
All right, Lady Raiders are going to win this game with a run rule in the bottom of the 6th inning, 8-0. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to wrap this up, first game, and get ready for game number 2. Be back in just a moment. All right, Shane, not a super exciting game. We just kind of scored 8 runs there and got a victory and got out of this game 1.
8 runs on 6 hits and no errors for the Lady Raiders, and 0 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors for your Lady Bobcats from Early County. But again, it was Lady Raider defense
and pitching. Wow.
Get them on, get them over, and get them in mentality at the plate. Just fundamental softball and what we've come to see game after game with these Lady Raiders.
Well, again, super proud. Paxton Sellers, how many shutouts? She's allowed 1 run in the last 4 games, and
right.
in tournament play. And 7 strikeouts in this game. Very solid. Never got in trouble. Gave up a couple hits.
Very relaxed. Just looked good up there tonight in the circle pitching.
Well, and I feel sure she's. Well, can't guarantee. I feel sure she's going to be on the mound this second game as well. I'm not sure if Lewis may get a few pitches before it's over with, but I'm sure Paxton will be back out. Again, I'm proud of these Lady Raiders. Anytime you can win the first game of any type of series is really good. We're going to play the second one here. Stay tuned for that game, and it's going to be up live. We've got a cutaway here from this game 1. Game 2 will be we'll be preparing it online. So log off of this one and log back on to game 2 approximately 7 p.m., and we'll be looking forward to the second game of the GHSA first round playoff tournament game, as the Lady Raiders have defeated Early County in this first game, and we will see you in just a little bit.